rules for multiplying and dividing, they are different than adding and subtracting. So, rules for multiplying fractions, we are going to make them all improper. This might mean Texas to you. You might also call it around the world. Number 2 is you're going to multiply across. Top times top, bottom times bottom. And number 3 is simplify. You don't even have to write that rule if you don't want to. So now let's do some. It says examples of multiplying fractions. So it's a little bit crowded. Hopefully it's not that crowded on your paper. 2/5 times 1/3. Step 1 is improper fractions. Do we need to turn any mixed numbers into improper fractions? Nope. Step 2 is multiply across. 2 times 1, 5 times 3. And step 3 is simplify. Do I need to simplify? No, but I do need to check to make sure my answer is supposed to be positive. Is it positive? Yep, just like for decimals, if we're multiplying fractions, we can use tic-tac-toe. Or Dorito Man, whatever you like. Let's look at the next one. We have, is that a negative? Negative 6/7 times 21/24. My answer, according to tic-tac-toe, I have a negative and a positive. So my answer should be negative. I'm going to go ahead and write my negative sign right now. And then I'm going to do my steps. Number 1 is improper. Are they all fractions already? They are. Here's where the trick comes in. This is the coolest trick you're going to learn. I can simplify before I multiply, and it makes life way easier. You do not have to. If you don't see it, that's okay. But if you do, oh my goodness, it saves you a lot of headaches. So, can I simplify 6/7? No. And I also can't simplify 21/24. But can I simplify 6 and 24? I certainly can, because 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 24 divided by 6 is 4. So I'm going to cross this out, and I'm going to change that to 1 and that to 4. I can also simplify the other way. 7 and 21. 7 divided by 7 is 1, and 21 divided by 7 is 3. So I'm going to cross these out. 21 divided by 7 is 3. 7 divided by 7 is 1. Now I'm going to do step 2. 1 times 3 and 1 times 4. Not too shabby. Isn't that a cool trick? If you didn't do the trick, you had to multiply 6 times 21, which gave you 126. And then you had to multiply 24 times 7, which I can't even do in my head. 168. And then you had to simplify. And like, the simplifying is just crazy. So if you simplify first, it's way easier. Coolest trick I got. All right, our last one here. Negative times negative means our answer is positive. You can write the positive sign or not, that's up to you. Can I simplify 6/12? Well, yeah, I can turn that into 1/2. Can I simplify 3 and 15? They both divide by 3, right? So you can do it that way. Or I can divide 12 and 3 by 3 and 6 and 15 by 3. If I do this, I end up with 2 over 20. If I do this, I end up with 1 over 10. Either way, do you see I get the same answer? It's all about what you see and how fast you can find it. If you do not know your multiplication facts, now's the time to learn them. I'm telling you, you got to know them. All right, let's do some mixed numbers. Man, that is some crazy stuff. Hang on, I'm going to hit pause and see if I can make it look. Okay, that looks a little bit better. That looks more like what your paper looks like, I think. Okay, step 1, improper fractions. So, according to tic-tac-toe, I have a positive and a positive, so my answer should be positive. And my first step is to Texas. Make everything improper. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 plus 2 is 5. And then I'll Texas this one also. 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 plus 1 is 7. Now my denominators stay the same. Don't change them. Can I simplify 5 and 2? Can I simplify 3 and 7? So step 2 says to multiply across. 5 times 7, 3 times 2. Now step 3 says to simplify. How do I simplify a fraction like this? Yep, you got to divide. Hit pause and finish that division problem if I went too fast. Now this remainder becomes my numerator. And my denominator stays the same. And I already decided it was positive. All right, let's look at the next one. First of all, negative times negative. My answer is going to be positive. So I'm going to write my little plus sign there. And step 1 says I need improper fractions. So we're going to set up our Texas here. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. I am not even worrying about the signs because I've already decided what the answer is going to be. So I really don't even care anymore. Texas this one. 10 times 2 is 20. And 20 plus 3 is 23. All right, can I simplify 9 and 10? No. 5 and 23? Unfortunately, no. So I'm going to have to multiply on scratch paper somewhere. 23 times 9. You can't do it in your head and you don't want it junking up your workspace. I have 207. It may or may not be right. 5 times 10 is 50. So I did step 1, improper. Step 2, I multiplied across. Step 3 is simplify. And my remainder becomes my numerator. So I have a positive 4 7/50. I know that's pretty weird. But hey, sometimes it's just weird. All right, the last one. I have a positive and a negative. So my answer will be negative. I'm going to put a big old negative sign so I don't forget. And then I'm going to follow my steps. So first step is improper fractions. 5 times 4 is 20. And 20 plus 1 is 21. 4 stays the same. And do I have to do anything with the 1/5? I don't. Now I can rewrite the negative. I don't have to. I already know the answer is negative. That's all up to you. Can I simplify 21 and 5? No. How about 4 and 1? Nope. So go ahead and multiply 21 times 1 and 4 times 5. And step 3 is to simplify. And don't forget, we said the answer was negative. If I go too fast, you need to pause. I go fast on the videos because you can pause and you can rewind. And remember, you can fast forward. If you don't need me showing you this, fast forward. All right, last one I help you with today. Anita, for her art project, needs 2 4/9 ounces of glitter to decorate a specific kind of figurine. How many ounces of glitter would be needed to decorate 54 figurines? Right, we're gonna multiply. We need the amount of glitter times the number of figurines. So how much glitter do I have? 2 4/9 ounces times 54 figurines. So step 1 is improper fractions. I have 22/9, and how do I turn a whole number into a fraction? Right, just put a 1 underneath it. That's all you got to do. Okay, can I simplify 22 and 1? No, but can I simplify 9 and 54? Yes, I can divide them both by 9. 9 divided by 9 gives me 1, and 54 divided by 9 gives me 6. So I'm going to change 54 to 6, and I'm going to change 9 to 1. Now I'm going to multiply across. Any number over 1 is just that number. If you are not doing the multiplication, you need to do so. So how many ounces of glitter would be needed for to decorate 54 figurines? 132 ounces of glitter is needed to decorate 54 figurines.